Hello, this is Griffin Golde, and this is a video demonstrating my theory depiction. For my theory depiction, I created a simple text-based game that sort of gamifies communication accommodation theory. You can see my sources on screen in the Word doc to the right. For my primary source, I used a chapter out of Explaining Communication, Contemporary Theories and Exemplars. This was a chapter on communication accommodation theory, written in part by Giles, who was one of the first founding fathers of communication accommodation theory. So I used Python to create my game, and it's just right here. So I'm going to go ahead and open this with Python. It should run the game. As you can see, it first prints out how the game works. First, we will be given a simple prompt and an audience to speak to. We're going to respond to that prompt in 20 to 150 words. Then we're going to be able to select a nonverbal style, and then we're going to receive a response and a score from our primary audience and two other random audiences, based on how much they liked our answers. So we're going to go ahead and play our game. So here we are going to explain what democracy is to a dog. So over here on this Word doc, I have a bunch of pre-generated sample responses that I can quickly copy and paste. Some of these were generated by ChatGPT just so I could ensure a reproducible level of vocabulary and style. So here we're going to copy and paste our response to explain what democracy is. It's using pretty simple language, but I don't think our dog will care. I mean, we are going to choose an excited nonverbal style. So our dog really likes our excited nonverbal style. They don't really care much about what we actually put in our response. They're really just picking up on our nonverbal cues. The college student, however, thought that our very simple explanation of democracy was useless, and they gave us a score of 0. These scores they give us range from 0 to 100. The professional interviewer wants us to get out of his office because he also thought our explanation was too simple. I'm going to go ahead and try again. So we have to now respond to the prompt, is UF a school you would recommend? And our audience is a college student. So we have a pretty bad response to this prompt for a college student because it uses simple vocabulary and has quite a few grammar errors, which the college student will actually care about. However, we're going to choose a serious nonverbal style this time. So the college student, didn't really like it much. However, the third grader, he was indifferent to it, and the scientists also did not very much like our response. So we're going to play again. We're going to try and get a little bit of a higher score. Again, we got explain what democracy is, but, however, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. My game doesn't really care whether or not you stick to the topic of the prompt, because on topic is a nebulous idea for a robot to define. It's easy for us, but it's very hard for a robot. So I'm going to go ahead and just use a response that uses very academic language. So this, the scientist should like, regardless of whether or not it actually answers the prompt, just because it uses really verbose words and complex vocabulary. We're also going to have a neutral nonverbal style here. The scientists thought it was eloquent, and they give us a score of 100. The third grader was very overwhelmed by the number of complex words like superficiality, commodification, distortion, even phenomenon. So they didn't really like our answer that much, and they started crying. But the college student also really liked our answer because it was detailed enough for them to glean enough information so where they're gonna apparently ace their exam with this information. So now we're gonna go ahead and look at the sources I used, which are also depicted up here. As you can see, I used the aforementioned textbook chapter, but I also use the Python packages TextStat and Language Tool Python. Very useful for simple natural language processing. Now we're going to look at the explanation. So here our response is evaluated by 6 measurements and the nonverbal tone we select. So the first measurement is the word count. Second is the number of complex words. Third is the readability. 4 is the approximate grade reading level of our answer. Fifth is the readability for a non-native English speaker. And 6 is the number of grammatical errors. And that's essentially all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. I'm going to go ahead and exit the game.